Now, Kajiado County has emerged as a hotspot for illegal charcoal burning, with cartels raking in an estimated 2.6 million shillings per operation. Tonight, Citizen TV can report that high-ranking government officials are involved in the syndicate, facilitating it by turning a blind eye to the illegal activities. Our investigative team went undercover in a conservancy at the Kikesen River near Bissil within Kajiado County, documenting the destruction of indigenous trees, some of which take up to 80 years to grow. We observed the entire process of charcoal burning and tracked the transportation of charcoal along the Namanga-Nairobi road, evading 8 roadblocks before reaching consumers in Nairobi and its environs. Here now is our investigative report, Charcoal Cartels, with Ode Francis.
Our journey took us to the Kikesen River Conservancy, where nearly 300 acres of land have been decimated by illegal charcoal burners. The smoke billowing from a forest is a clear indication of ongoing illegal activities. We counted 24 kilns ready for charcoal, meaning countless trees have already been cut.
Wale watu wanakata makaa si wakazi, ni watu ambao wanaletwa, lakini hata wakiletwa ni wenyewe ndio wanauza makaa, wale landowners ndio wanauza miti ikisimama. Sasa kuna ule mtu anauziwa, alafu huyo ndiye analeta watu sasa wa kukata. So hiyo challenge inatupata sana, manake hata wanyamapori wanakuliwa, wale watu wanakula wanyamapori. Kwa hivyo wanyamapori wanaanza kutoroka.
It's within the same conservancy that we witnessed both wild animals and local Maasai sharing the same grazing land. The terrain is challenging, but our investigation takes us deep into the territory of tree and charcoal cartels. During our visit, we discovered suspects in temporary houses, stocked with food to sustain their illegal operations. When they got wind of our presence, they vanished from the scene.
Hey, kazi.
Tarehe 7 Januari. So, kuna mtu anaitwa Kaka, kuna mtu anaitwa Kelly, kuna mtu anaitwa Jomba, kuna mtu anaitwa Jerry, kuna mtu anaitwa Geoffrey, Wanyonyi, Solomon, Job na Timothy.
Huge tree stumps lay bare in the area. Mayan Lemayan, an environmentalist and resident of Kikesen Conservancy, shares his concerns.
Since these activities started, the health of the locals who live here have been an issue, and also the health of, wildlife around here, livestock around here. I mean, every living thing that is around in this conservancy. So it has been a huge challenge, and also the people who might be conducting this activity, that is cutting down the trees, might also be a threat to the locals, security-wise.
The syndicate involves high-ranking government officials. In our investigations, we found 2 record books detailing dates, food consumption, and payments to the members involved in the charcoal burning. Entries dates January 7th, 2025. In the book shows a plan to spend 54,000 shillings on payment to top-ranking officials in Kajiado County.
November 2024. Hii ni ya chakula.
A man named Geoffrey and Job were allocated 12,400 shillings, while county officials, specifically the DC, was allocated 45,000 shillings. Money and the records are linked to the charcoal syndicate. Locals say the activities of the cartels are extensive. Moses Kismir is the chairman of the Kikesen Conservancy.
Vile naona ya administration yote wako ndani. Kwanza machief, unakuta assistant chief hapo wa eneo hiyo, unakuta watu wa Kenya Forest wako ndani. So unakuta hiyo line yote wako ndani. Manaki ingesimamishwa kitambo, kama si kitu ambayo watu wa serikali hawako.
The charcoal is ready after successful preparation and meticulously packed in sacks, awaiting transportation. We trailed the charcoal transport route at night to destinations like Isinya, Kitengela, Kiserian, and Nairobi. We discovered the charcoal is transported in a tightly tinted Nissan Matatus and Probox together with motorcycles, operating strictly at night and during the day for those who have been in the business for long. We followed them from the forest, 40 kilometers to Bissil Center, where the main charcoal depots are located. Our trail took us to the main depot owners in Bissil, who receive the consignment before they are distributed to other locations. We trailed a van leaving the Bissil depot, passing 8 roadblocks set at night along the Bissil-Isinya road. We documented all 8 roadblocks where officers were seen receiving something from the van. In the morning, we encountered a lorry full of charcoal. 3 men are seen packing the product into sacks. Just meters from the Isinya Way Bridge, manned by police officers. Upon realizing our presence, one officer spoke to the charcoal lorry workers and left to avoid detection. The following day, our whistleblower informs us of a multi-agency team led by County Commissioner, Kenya Wildlife Service, Kenya Forest Service, Administration Police, local administration and village elders laying an ambush operation at Kikesen Conservancy. A suspect led us to their operation site.
Flemini tangu nianze hii kazi sijawahi kulipwa ati mapatano ya kibarua. Ukisha kata kama ni gunia 50 itakuwa yako 50, itakuwa yako 25 na atajiri 25. Kwa hivyo tukirudi kwa mahesabu juu yeye ananunua chakula kunisimamia kwa hiyo kazi na maziwa na maji. Hatakuja kukaa chini kama nimekula kama 10,000 tayari mimi nitarudisha 5 kwake. Yeye ana 5 mimi na 5. Kukata makaa mingi nimeshakata gunia 60 70.
Nikikata kidogo tuseme 50. Na mimi naona tu inanipatia faida kidogo lakini inisaidie kwa maisha hata sana. Tuseme naweza pata kama 20,000 ama 10 hivi 15 baada ya miezi kama 4 ama 5 hivi. Hatuwezi lazimisha kukata, ni wao wanapeana ruhusa tukate.
Several suspects including a landowner are arrested.
Lakini si wewe kwa jiko, wewe ni kama kataji. Hata wacha hii kitu hapa. Kuna kajizi mali nakata. Twende. Ile mali ni wewe ile nakata. Wewe ndio mwenyewe shamba. Kupita kando.
The prepared kins are immediately destroyed.
Huyu mama si mwenye shamba, in short. Kidogo nimekuja najua interview naelewa. Asijishike kwa kitu ambayo haihusiki. Mwenye shamba haiko. Hata ni ndio maana nilikuja. Mwenye anakata makaa haiko huku. Kwa hiyo mama anaishi hapa. Kwa hivyo si mwenye huko. Yes, in short.
Mkubwa. Tuende kwa sheria. Juu saa hii tuko mbele ya sheria. Heri tusemane ukweli. Kwa sababu usifanye hata mimi yani nisahau kuwa kuna watu hapa. Mimi nimeajiriwa kwa hii shamba. Na ile shamba ambaye wewe unasema unadai ati iliuzwa ama ilifanywa nini, hii shamba haijauzwa. Hiyo shamba ndio ile iko mpaka hapo. Hata makaa yake imekatwa iko huko. Hii ni shamba tofauti, ni ya huyu mama, sio ile ambayo iliuzwa.
Oh, sawa. Wale nana haraka sana nanda sasa benye le shamba nanda.
Mama amesema ni mwenyeji wa shamba. Mama yake ni pale.
Yeye ndio mwenye shamba.
Yeye ndio mwenye shamba. Ameconfirm. Amesema ameconfirm ni yeye amempea kazi ya kukata makaa.
Ndugu sijauliza yeye kama ako na permit. Juu hakuna haja hata tuende maneno mengi. Tunajua tu kawaida kazi ya miti ni kinyume ya sheria. Galao sasa mwananchi anaiba kwa serikali. Anajua tu serikali hataki nini, lakini kulingana na ile shida yenye ilimpata mama, hiyo mambo ya hospitali na mambo ya hiyo kijana vile umeona maalama kwa tumbo ilidungwa na wachambazi. Ndio akaniambia unisaidie hii mbili ili nipate nipate kununua hata kuenda kulipa hata madeni.
Hiyo karatasi ndio itawaka mzuri.
Despite ongoing efforts, the fight against illegal charcoal burning faces challenges in court. Francis Mbaka, the Deputy Director of KWS Kajiado County, claims the prosecution has not been cooperative.
What is going on here, there are 24 kilns of charcoal that had been kept here by some cartels. These charcoal cartels, there are so many in Kajiado.
The suspects were taken to court the following day, and Magistrate Court Number 4 sentenced them to 1 month of community service order under CSO. The challenge is that all of them are not locals and could run away, making CSO ineffective.
On 5th of this month, we arrested people who are burning charcoal here. And when we took them now to the police and drafted charges, of course, they were released, because the prosecutor could not charge them in demanded as to produce the owner of the farms. Most of these farms here, they are owned by group ranches and also the conservancies. And we really need the support of the prosecutor.
Our investigation into the illegal charcoal trade reveals a shockingly lucrative operation. During our filming, we documented 24 kilns of charcoal ready prepared on site. Each kiln, after successful preparation, produces 20 sacks of charcoal, which one sack selling for 4,500 shillings. In the market, this means each kiln generates 90,000 shillings.
Na wale watu wanachoma miti, na mimi wanachoma makaa. Their message is tutawashika because we already have the list. Hata ukipotea leo, hautapotea kila mahali. Si mwenye shamba tunajua. Hii mwenye shamba yeye ndiye amepeana miti ikatwe. So is the biggest suspect kwa hii mambo ya mikaa. Because najua amechukua pesa. Akasema muende mkate mikaa. So mwenye shamba na wale wanafanya biashara ya makaa na wale wanakata wafanyikazi wote wako ndani.
With 24 kilns documented, this translates to 480 sacks of charcoal, which would produce a staggering 2.16 million shillings if successfully transported to Nairobi and its environs. Despite the scale of this illegal operation, court action tells a different story. After arrests are made, suspects are often released on a fine of 12,000 shillings or 15,000 or face a mere 6 weeks of imprisonment.
The only support we require is that from the prosecutor and also especially also that number 4 court, because we have lost several cases from that court. We need their support, because if they say that we must arrest the landowners, don't arrest the person who is cutting, definitely. And the landowners, some of them are all over the country, they are away from here, some are in Nairobi. It is difficult, no one is around to cut trees.
According to the government, the laws on illegal charcoal burning and tree cutting in Kenya are stringent, aiming to curb deforestation and promote sustainable forest management. Under the Forest Conservation and Management Act of 2026, illegal production and possession of charcoal in national, county or provisional forest without a license is punishable by a fine up to 50,000 shillings, imprisonment for up to 6 months or both. This light sentencing starkly contrasts the immense profit generated by the syndicate, highlighting a significant challenge in curbing this illicit trade.
The government is now promoting planting of 15 billion trees. How would we plant trees and we have 24 kilns here? This area, already they have signed agreements for the carbon. And it is these trees that now they are depending on this carbon. So what are they selling if they are cutting?
Amidst these activities, the local community has entered into a contract on carbon credits. This groundbreaking agreement has already made a significant impact, ensuring that all school-going children have their fees paid through bursaries.
Wanisaidie tu hata kama watanifunga. Wani yakiniachilia wanisaidie transport. Mimi niende nyumbani.
Lakini ukifika nyumbani na hakuna tena chakula, utarudi hapa?
Tenda kuvumilia, hata kama ni maji ni kunywe nilale. Sababu sasa kama nitafanya hivi, sitakuwa nateseka tu. Sio kupenda kwangu. Kama ningelikuwa na mama, ningelijua, lakini sasa sina.
Wengine wetu hatuna mama bro. Mbona unaekelea mama?
Nashindwa hata nyumbani kwenyewe. Nilikuwa najaribu maisha na mke wangu ikashindikana, nikatoka. Nilikuwa najaribu kuchemsha ipombe pate riziki, ikawa haikufaulu. Ikawa tena bado ni hii tu inasumbuliwa hivi. Nikajaribu sasa kutafuta kazi nyingine, nikawa nimekosa.
Now behind me is not a volcanic eruption of a mountain, but it is a kiln of charcoal. There are 24 of them, like this one, in this area. This is Kikesen River Conservancy, the main corridor that ferries wild animals all the way from Amboseli, this corridor to Magadi. Now, if this area becomes extinct, this means that all the animals will use an alternative route. Ode Francis, Citizen TV, Kikesen River Conservancy, Kajiado County.